Hi Gemini, this is Tarot-blee Accurate. Thank you for tuning in. This is your general reading for the month of May 15th through June 15th. If you are new, thanks for showing up. I hope you come back. And if you're returning, thanks so much for being a subscriber, for all your likes, your shares, your comments, all of that. That's the reason why I do these. So I just wanted to say that this is for your sun, moon, and rising. And then additionally, as it's a general reading, some things may or may not resonate. The other thing is that I'm doing these a little bit different than I have in the past. I'm taking out the health portion of the reading just because it's redundant and it's obvious. And then also the weekly breakdown that I do at the end of the video because they're just so long. And the other thing about that is that I'm already giving you the love readings, the general readings, and I usually mix in a few other types of readings with those. So, and then you also have the Facebook daily cards. So it just ends up to be a lot of work. So anyway, we'll just go ahead and get started. So for Geminis, the first thing that's coming out in career is the Five of Swords. That one just jumped right out of the deck. Now, that means that you may have had to, or you may have to, really say your piece. And people aren't going to necessarily like that, but it is for the greater good. And I think that they will see that eventually, if not initially. What else with career? You might be just not feeling super connected at work. And that might be a result of having to speak your truth. Some of your deep friendships and bonds within the workplace might be temporarily damaged. And maybe just your love for what you do might be waning a little bit this month. What else? You're challenged to see things from different perspectives. You very well could be well-intentioned and you could be right, but there are two sides to every story and then there's the truth, right? That's what they say. Now, these two just jumped right out of the deck. It says don't go looking for a new job or anything yet. Because maybe the perfect job isn't ready for you yet. Maybe it's not out there for you yet. And that's not to say that you need to stay where you are forever, that you need to grow old there. But there's a lesson here, and things will get better. Just see things from a different perspective. Now, in regards to your finances, what's going on for Geminis? This could be your sun, moon, or rising for May 15th through June 15th. We have the Tower card, but we had a challenge card fall on the floor here. And the challenge is the Ace of Cups. Now, what else do we have for finances? The Eight of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Okay, so here's the deal. The challenge is to think with your heart center, to actually think with your emotions this time. Usually I'm going to tell you, and usually the cards are going to tell you, to think more logically, but this time is different. Really utilize your emotions and think about the emotional impact of any decisions regarding money this month. There could be a big change or some sort of hiccup or, what's the word? Not instance, but challenge with your finances, like a big expense could come up that you weren't expecting, and you might not really be wanting to see the reality of that. You might be like, oh, I don't even want to deal with it. But by the time that you get around to dealing with it, you'll actually be very happy that you did and that it's settled. So that's good. In regards to your home life, now if you live alone, this could be, with your pets. This could just be generally within your household. This could be with your close family members or friends. But then this could also be with a roommate or your children, your spouse, all of that as well. What's going on with your home life? We have the Four of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Three of Swords, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Seven of Wands. Now, what's going on here is really holding on and coveting your stability, your money, things like that. Maybe other people in your household are like, hey, let's do this thing. Let's invest in new furniture, or let's go on a trip, something like that. And you are the boss and you're like, nope. And I'm wise and I'm making the decisions and I'm calling the shots. Now you're going to have to defend those decisions. And that might make people in the household a little bit unhappy. And that's going to make you unhappy as well to see them upset. But how do you get through this then? What's your advice? Your advice is, you know what? Sometimes you might have to go a little bit against your gut instinct and just appease people. Keep the peace at home. If it's not something super drastic or crazy, outlandish that they're asking for, just give it to them, because it creates harmony. It creates like a more nurturing environment. So, sorry, you don't win this. I mean, you want to, and everybody respects you, but this time you should probably just appease if you can. Now, in regards to love, if you are single, what's going on for Gemini singles? We have the Temperance card in reverse, the Nine of Swords, the Strength card, the World card, and the Six of Pentacles. Now, you might start the month off a little bit out of balance, and you might have way too many fears, anxieties, things that are keeping you up at night. You're just worried. But hopefully by about June 1st, you should find your strength again, and then that opens up a lot of opportunities for you if you are seeking out a new partner. Now, it doesn't necessarily say that you will find a new partner, but if you are to find a partner between May 15th and June 15th, once you've gotten past all of that and stopped worrying and living, in sadness and anxiety, you could find something that is very balanced, that is very give and take, which would be very good for you. Now, if you are a couple Gemini, what's coming for you May 15th through June 15th? That guy wanted to jump right out. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Cups, the Hermit, the Two of Wands, and the Lovers in reverse. So, if you've been waiting for some sort of promotion at work or some sort of investment to pay out, some sort of money to come in, this might actually come in for you this month. But you feel like you've been waiting forever, and then when you get what it is that you were waiting for, that it just took way too long, so you might not appreciate it appropriately, unfortunately. Now, when it comes to your coupled relationship, there is no confusion as to what you want, but you may want something much different than what your partner does, okay? And that could cause some issues for you too this month. Now, know that whatever the current state of things is going to change and change for the better. So that's really good news. Try, though, in order to have the best outcome, to really focus on the positives and try to keep your emotions in check. You could become a little bit more emotional than you ought to be, okay? Now, just generally, for anything in this reading that was perhaps a tad negative and we want to change to a positive for all Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Risings, what is the advice on how to go about doing that? We have the Knight of Cups in reverse, the Hermit, the Seven of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. So know that good things come to those who wait. You might have to wait a while for things to kind of work themselves out, for the energies to be right. Don't be going and throwing fits about this, though. try not to make decisions that are too emotionally charged and based. But you should defend your position, because if you do, you'll be in a place where everything is stable, you're happier, you have more like zest for life and things like that. Things will be more exciting for you. You might be feeling just more alive, actually, and your life will therefore end up to be more balanced. Really focus on balancing. You don't want to give more than you receive, and you don't want to receive more than you give. So I hope that's helpful. If you would like personal reading, that information on how to contact me is below in the description box. But otherwise, until next time, be well. Mwah.